Hey there. Today I'm going to talk about everybody's favorite subject, taxes. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about property taxes, and I'm going to start with the city tax bill because the city and county do things a little bit differently. But keep in mind, the county keeps track and does all of the bookkeeping on property taxes. So if you say, well, I have city, I'm in city. Well, the county still manages your taxes. It's just how you're taxed in the city is differently than how you're taxed in the county. So we're going to start with the city first. So you can see I pulled up this one. This is the Santa Cruz City tax rate area. And this person has had this property for a while. As you can see, their land portion of their taxes and their improvement is all fairly low because that total value would be what they purchased it at. And some people look at these and they go, oh, my land and my improvement values, those aren't right. Well, you can go down to the assessor and you can challenge it, and they're really okay with it. You just have to prove it. That's all. So if you could prove, for instance, on this one, that the neighbor's house that's exactly the same as yours, but their apportions came out less, then you could say, hey, theirs came out less and their house is like mine. More than likely, you would need a few of those to prove that point. But you can do it, and they have to be open to listening to you. Whether they do it or not is another thing. But I found that when you talk with them, if you have a good case, they take it up. So let's move on. Down here would be where the home owner's exemption is. It's $7,000 a year. This person did not live in their home, so they weren't able to qualify for the homeowner's exemption. So that would be here. It would be $7,000. So I think that's like $70 a year. Not a whole lot, but it's something, right? Here is the Prop 13, the famous Prop 13 is here, that 1%. But here are bonds that have been voted on within the city tax district. So this looks like a straight up just tax City of Santa Cruz bond. I don't believe that's for school. I think that's basically where they got a tax increase for the City of Santa Cruz, and they were able to put it on the tax bill. I doubt that will ever. Oh, this looks like a refund. Oh, this might be paying for that bond that they issued. Oh boy, that's complicated. Anyway, these are all things that were typically voted on. And Cabrillo kind of snuck in there as well, where they were getting some money, even though they're really more in the county. And then you hop down here. Here's some other, this is a county assessment that was actually put on the tax bill. And here's other stormwater enterprise utility. This is where they actually just put it on the tax bill, as far as I understand. This library one was voted on. I remember voting on that. Hopefully, that's the way I remember it anyway. We all voted on it. And that's countywide. So you're going to see that on the county tax bill as well. And then you have these parcel tax measures. So when anybody says, oh, I don't want to pay more taxes, and you're like, well, what do you mean? The tax rate isn't really going up or changing, right? Well, this is what they mean. They mean they don't want bonds coming through or measures coming through that get voted on and increase the tax bill. Because after you get done with all this, because you're thinking 1%, right? That's $6,274. That's basically this price here, right? What it was paid for, the price it was paid for. And you're thinking, oh, it should be that. Well, all these things kind of nibble away, and look at your bill. It really does increase. So when you're buying a property or you own a property now, you probably want to take a look at that every once in a while, just to keep your eye on the actual tax bill. Now let's take a look at the county tax bill. This one is just a little bit different, but I want to go over a couple things here and how the county bill differs. So same thing, land and improvement. This person paid, oh boy, they paid $280 for it at some point in time. Hey boy, those are days long gone. And then they did get the homeowner's exemption. You'll see the $7,000 there. And then the net taxable value. So that would be that 280 minus the 7,000. Then you have the general tax rate. There you go, Prop 13 again. Here's the bonds that they voted on. in the Pajaro area. So you can kind of see it's regional of the areas. And I'm going to guess that Soquel and Aptos and Capitola, I only pulled up city and county. I didn't go through all the different areas. But these different areas will have their own bonds and improvement measures that they will put on in their areas. So you could check a tax bill that would have an effective rate of 1.08, and then you could have one. I think I've seen them low as 1.01, where they barely had any things actually voted onto the tax bill. So it just depends. So when you're looking at a property, you want to grab that tax bill and just see what has been voted on for the area that you're looking to buy in. Here's the mosquito assessment. I like to talk this one up when people see it. They're like, what? You know what? I've lived here for a long time and I remember mosquitoes. So this is cool to me. I mean, they've been spraying and trying to take care of mosquitoes and standing water problems, and they've done a great job. I mean, we really, really do not have mosquitoes here, and it's really nice. Now, if you don't see them, you wouldn't notice them. But now that I'm telling you that they actually do work on it, and I think it came about from West Nile, but that time escapes me, and I can't keep everything in this brain anymore. But that's what I think it came from, and it was a long time ago that they did it. County parks tax, parcel tax, road repair, highway lighting. Looks like this is county refuse. That's for our garbage, and then recycling and solid waste charge. So that's to keep our county dump going. The other fees that you would see for the city would be on the utility bill for the city, which has our garbage, our sewer, and our water all on one bill. Now, but you'll see here, the extra garbage bill really goes here for the dump, and the sewer goes here where you just pay the garbage bill in the county, and that pays for I think it's green waste, and you're just paying them to really just pick up your garbage. But then the actual dump fees and how the dump keeps running is really nestled in here on your tax bill. And then library facilities, that's on all tax bills. That is countywide. You'll see it. I see it time and time again. That's actually something they actually put on that you'll see that shows up on the tax bill. And you will see that it's actually also an exception on a preliminary title report. And we can go over that later. But there's ways that the government funds itself. And here is a glimpse in how a local government gets money and kind of keeps it from being scooped up by the state, even in, probably even the feds, right? I don't know how the feds, if they get money from us. I think they give us money, but that's for a whole different conversation. But quickly, before I'm done here, please subscribe to my socials, Live the Santa Cruz Life everywhere, and subscribe, share. And then also, before we go, let me add, the tax year is confusing, and I know it, but I'm not always good at explaining it. I don't script my videos, so I have to throw this in here. So look, your tax bill is June 30th to July 1st. So right now we are in September 2023 when I'm filming this. So I am effectively on a tax bill of 2023 to 2024. So it started July 1st. It will end June 30th of 2024. So that's the tax year. But I won't actually get that bill until October, November. I think it's due November 10th, so I'll probably get it in October. But I'll get another bill next November. So when I go to do the taxes, effectively, I will use both those tax bills that I've received, the one for half of this year and the one for half of next year, and I will apply that to my personal property taxes. If you need more help with that, just let me know. There's a lot here that I might not have covered. If you have more questions, please reach out or go to your Santa Cruz County tax assessor.